So today I'm going to be talking about why Arab countries do not take in Palestinian refugees. We have been seeing in the past 2 years that activists for the Palestinian cause want countries to bear the burden of Palestinian refugees. They want them to go to Europe, the United States, those places, even some degrees Africa. I saw a bunch of them come down there at South Africa. So the activists for Palestine want countries to take in the Palestinians, but to some degree we have to be critical about this because we have just to look at the immediate environment. Why aren't their Arab neighbors taking them in? Egypt shares a border with Gaza, but they have a very empty country, a very big empty country, but they refuse to take them in. We have Jordan. Jordan is about 60% Palestinian, but they refuse to take in the Palestinian refugees from Gaza and West Bank. They refuse. We have Syria, another Arab country. We have Lebanon, another Arab country. Why do these neighbors, these Arab neighbors of Palestine and of Gaza and West Bank, in general, that place called Palestine, why do their neighbors refuse to take in their refugees? And we are going to break down this into 6 points. And without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Number one, and this is quite obvious, but economic reasons. You see, all of those countries in that area, all those Arab countries, none of them, none of them has a GDP per capita above $10,000. They are about there 4,000, 5,000 dollars in GDP per capita. These are poor nations, and they have huge populations and finite wealth. You have Egypt with over 100 million people. We have Syria, which is just recovering. Syria is currently poorer than, I think, a lot of African nations. We have Lebanon. It's still in a wreck because of the constant wars, and we have Jordan, which is like taking a passive role. There is no country that is economically capable of taking them in. Even developed economies will struggle taking them in because let's say some place like the UK. The UK is developed, but it has some very serious financial problems. The people who refuse, who have the capacity to take them in, are some people like the Saudis, but the Saudis also refuse. Yeah, so for the primary countries, the problem is economic reasons. You'll strain your economy, your wealth to support a foreign people. Then number two, uh, political stability. And this I'm talking in the context of the leadership. Excuse my English. You see, those countries around there, they are led by authoritarians. They are not democratic governments. Even if they are democratic governments, they will struggle. Let me give you a good example. In Kenya and Uganda, they are nilots. But what would happen if a Kenyan president decided to let in thousands, if not millions, of Ugandan nilots? That is purely political suicide. The people will rise up against him, either vote him out in the next election or just stage a revolt. And the Arabs like revolting a lot. You remember the Arab Spring. The authoritarian dictator will be out of the government without even him knowing it. Even other people within the government will take an opportunity and overthrow him. So it is political suicide to let in a foreign peoples into your country. And you know the Arabs are not homogeneous. They are not. They are Palestinian Arabs, the Egyptian Arabs, the Sudanese Arabs. You have Jordanian Arabs. You have Syrian Arabs. So these people are not homogeneous. Even now here we go to the context of something like Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, people are not that happy about being ruled by a monarchy for that long. So this, if you let in these people and they really disturb the homogeneity of the people of the nation, this will be like the final blow for people to rise up against the monarchy. So you do not expect Saudi Arabia with all its wealth to take in these people. And even though these people have the same religion and the same sort of ethnicity, uh, Arabs are quite a diverse people. There's ethno-linguistic Arabs and there's there's ethno-linguistic Arabs and purely linguistic Arabs. Even if these people have those common commonalities, these people nationally they are very different people, and even ideologically. And we have even the sect wars. So it is we have like the sectors. For example, the majority of the people in in whatever, what do we call it, the majority of the people in Palestine are Sunni. So you do not expect Shia areas or countries with Shia influence to accept these Sunni people. You don't expect them to take them in, because there's serious interreligious fighting within the Muslim world. So it is generally political suicide. Number three, we have security. Um, Terrorist organizations. Hamas first started as a political organization until it shifted into a full-on terrorist organization with organized terror. So it's correct to right now to label Hamas as a terrorist organization. So organizations like Hamas and Muslim Brotherhoods, and the Muslim Brotherhood are very strong in Gaza. So, and they are not very happy about some of those groups, especially those who have a strict interpretation of Islam. They are not very kind to the authoritarians who are ruling those countries. And as I said, even within the people, there are different values. So these people will bring trouble, security trouble. It may start civil wars, an internal civil war, or even an uprising against the government in a call to squash those people who are bringing the insecurity. And even they can even try to overthrow the government themselves. So do not expect, and this is quite obvious, do not expect for a government in this country to rapidly import people from another country with no second thought, unless they are stupid. And of course, there are stupid governments in the world, but I'm just saying that's an example. You have a rival neighbor. These people, they have the same religion and ethnicity, but they are rivals. Don't expect a government to influx rival neighbors unless they are stupid. But there are governments who are stupid. For example, this government, like the former liberal governments in the United States, were very stupid. They just let in people from opposing countries without second thought, without cross checks. They are lucky enough, the country is rich, people do not have to resort to arms to get what they want. And that's the beauty. This is a side note, but this is the beauty of the United States, in that the people have arms, but because they are not very poor, they will not go to fight to get what they want. But if you are to have the same conditions in a poor country, people will uprise and get what they want. So number four, Israel benefits from more land and security benefits. When Palestinians leave, the Israelis take the land, and also they will have less of a security threat to worry about, because there will be a smaller population pool for let's say Hamas to, if Hamas remains, there will be a smaller population pool for, what do I say it, for Hamas to recruit fighters. So it will benefit Israel, and the Arab countries do not like Israel. So do not expect them to freely let the Palestinians in. They prefer the Palestinians to be completely bombed in Gaza, but not let Israel win. And I hope that makes sense to you. And number five, social integration. As I said, I think this is a repeat point. The Arabs are not homogeneous. So they might have the same ethnicity and the same religion and the same geographical location, but these people are nationalists for their different states. You have Egyptians, you have Palestinians, you have Syrians, and they identify as such. So they will not easily integrate, and this will cause a lot of social problems. And the last thing a leader of a poor country needs is social unrest, because social unrest brings political trouble. And number six, resources. That region is majorly a desert, I think, except Lebanon. So in that area, which is mainly a desert, we have finite water. So my Swahili in me is talking. So imagine for a bit, you have a strain in water, for example in Egypt, and then you add more people to that strain in water. Again, causes more social unrest. No government wants that. And even food, there are people who are hungry, there are people who do not have electricity, and these people are coming from scratch. Most of them do not have money to invest, they are just coming to be accommodated. So do not expect these governments to freely let them in. And this just show you the what do I call it, the hypocritical situation of that area. They'll blame Israel for everything, but they do not attempt to fix their own problems. And this essentially, those are the main points. I hope if there is some points I've missed, add them in the comment section. And if I find more points, I'll make another video. For now, I have to go. See you in the next video.